Hey guys, welcome to Sam's MCO special version 2.0. Yeah, we're still doing this, even though it's a Saturday. I think it's still Saturday, maybe Sunday already. I don't know. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about this very popular thing happening now called vaccines. It's so hot right now, so hot. Yes. So, what are vaccines? Well, vaccines are these things that come in these fancy little vials. Oh god, that's a weird looking vial. Okay, they come in these fancy little vials. You stick a syringe in them. Alright, and then you jab it in you. Don't look. Okay, and jab it in people. And then it boosts your defense. Defense up. Yep, hence the battle music. Okay, so let's talk about the types of vaccines that there are. Okay, so seeing as we're talking about COVID, let's talk about COVID viruses. Okay, so the COVID virus, there are a number of ways that we could administer a vaccine. Okay, so how many types of vaccines are there? Vaccines types. Okay, so number one, there is the inactivated virus. Okay, so imagine that. Imagine you are a fighter. You're playing an RPG game. Okay, so yes, that's the music suggests. So let's see, you got a piece of armor. It's like a helmet. Get ready to fight. It's a football helmet. Okay, and you have a sword. He's gonna slay some bad guys. You got armor. And pants, because pants is important. Okay. Okay, so like I said, now you have an inactivated virus where basically they give you a skeleton. Okay, because this skeleton, he's basically dead. Okay, so if you play any RPGs, you know at the start they usually throw these useless skeletons at you. Okay, so they're not particularly scary or strong. Okay, so basically you can smack them. And you go from level 1 up to 2 because they give some experience. Okay. All right. So that's inactivated. So basically, they just give you bits of dead virus. So that works for the pox. Okay. They basically give you bits of pox. Okay. So the history. That's how it's discovered. Yep. So someone gave some other person crusty flakes of their skin from pox victims. Pox patients. Yeah. And then they found that if I feed it to you, you get some form of immunity. Okay, there you go, inactivated, kill skeleton. Okay, type 2 is the weakened. Okay, or attenuated, as scientists like to say. So what that is you fight rats. Yes, that's Final Fantasy X. Right, that's a fat ass rat. So voracious rats, scary ass rats. Right, so they're still pretty crap. So you can smack them. You go from level 1 up to maybe 2, but you gotta smack a lot of rats. Okay, so this is a weakened virus. So it's been disabled in some way so that it's not at full strength. Okay. Crime. Okay, go away. Alright, now the third type is parts of the virus. So this is similar to the attenuated one. But yeah, basically you just give you like a skull face. Head. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, I don't know why he's wearing a Christmas hat. I think that was supposed to be fire. Fire! You are fired. Okay, so yeah, so it's just parts. You know, maybe like a spooky hand. You know, those hands that run around trying to grab you. Yeah. Okay, so little parts. So you get parts. Your experience goes up, level up. Okay, because you kill parts. You identify it, and you know what these stupid parts look like and how to kill them. All right. And the fourth, which is the one we're getting to now, which is DNA or mRNA. Okay, so these DNA or mRNA vaccines, what they do is something different. So instead of giving you some monster, they give you a potion, a secret potion, a glowing potion. Okay, so they give it to you, you drink it. Okay, and this potion, glug 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 glug. It's like rare candy in Pokemon. You guys ever play Pokemon? Rare candy, rare candy. No, you know that thing you feed your Pokemon and they level up straight away without having to fight. Yeah. So you level up. Level up. Okay, so this vaccine is quite popular now. So a lot of the new vaccines are using this one. Okay, because I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, let me put it into context of COVID. Oh, good grief. Yes, hold on. Give me a moment. Let me clear this. All right. So now we talk about COVID. COVID-19. So the vaccines like the Pfizer and the Moderna one, basically what they do is they create. Okay, so this is COVID. Okay, evil COVID. It's got bangs. Only two. Okay, and okay, on the surface of COVID, so I'm sure you guys have seen COVID pictures, right? It has these like ugly looking spikes. Okay, aptly named spikes. So these spikes are made of the spike protein, okay, because they're, as I mentioned, viruses are all proteins. Okay, so what they've done is they've taken this spike protein and they've figured out what the protein is made of. Okay, so the protein is made of you know, these amino acids. Okay, and what makes the amino acids is this thing called mRNA. Okay, messenger RNA, ribonucleic acid. Okay, so this mRNA is basically the code, the blueprint that is required to create a protein. Okay, so the scientists have taken this and they put it into the vaccine. Okay. Okay, and they inject it into you. Psh. Ow. Okay. Actually, well, they jab it into your hand. I'm told. Okay. And basically, what it does is it tells your body, your cells. So this is a cell. Okay, and this is your nucleus, which is the brain of your cell. Okay, and it sends it into the nucleus. Okay, so it's in there. So the mRNA, like I mentioned, the messenger RNA is the little protein that tells your body what. It's not a protein, sorry. Yeah, it tells your body to make certain things. So in this case, it's going to tell your body to make the COVID spike protein. Okay, not the whole COVID, just the spike protein. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now you're gonna have these weird spike things on your cells. Okay, and then your body's defense mechanism is gonna come along and be like, "Oi, what's that there?" Yeah, it's a hand on his head. Okay, so these are your B cells. Okay, your B cells help to make the antibodies. Okay, so the antibodies, like I mentioned in the previous session, are these things that bind to the bad things. Okay, like these spike proteins. All right, and create an immune response. Okay, but don't worry, they won't kill your cells, or at least we don't think they will. Yeah. Yep. So basically, what that will do is your body will have antibodies, and they'll be ready for when the actual COVID comes. Okay, so then the antibodies will be there, right? So you don't have to go through the whole getting sick process. Okay, so they will bind to COVID and kill it, kill it, kill it good, right? In a nutshell. Okay, so the question, I guess, now is, are vaccines safe? Are they safe? That's a very good question. Okay, because so the main concerns with vaccines are, number one, that they're not effective. So that's not a terrible effect by all means. I mean, it's not desirable, right? But the vaccines are not going to be 100%, unfortunately, right? So maybe they'll be like 80 to 90%. We hope, So 80 to 90% of people, it will work. Okay, so then you will have those antibodies. Okay, antibodies. But 10% of those, whatever proportion, it's Pac-Man, or whatever proportion of dice, they won't have the antibodies. Okay, because it just doesn't work. So you will think you're protected, but you won't be, unfortunately. So you still catch it. Okay, so that's one undesirable thing, but it doesn't make it unsafe in the sense that it doesn't cause any damage to you, right? But there is the other thing that is concerning people, which is the side effects. Okay, so like anything artificial put into your body, there may be potential side effects. So there's the good, but there's also the bad. Okay, so you may have things like you get a bit of a headache, or I'm just making these up. Okay, these are just general side effects. Okay, you may, so with the flu vaccine, you get you get a mild flu, mild. Okay, so are people going to get mild COVID? I don't know. It's possible. That's what people are concerned about, right? So if you get mild COVID, you don't die, but you get antibodies. Why they are wise, I don't know. Okay. So if you get antibodies, then good for you, right? But of course, worst case is you die. Who says we don't talk about death here? Okay, I'm just kidding. That's of course the extreme side effect. Okay, so yes, that still doesn't answer the question whether or not it's safe. So the safe part comes from the fact that it's an mRNA vaccine. So what that means is the mRNA itself doesn't do anything. Okay, so this doesn't cause damage, unlike the other vaccines, because the other vaccines you still get some form of the virus, maybe half a COVID, right? So who's to say that half a COVID isn't enough to like kill you, right? So it might still be enough, but whereas with mRNA, you're just getting a little bit of protein, right? So at worst, you get a little bit of extra protein, yeah, and a little bit of extra protein never hurt anybody, right? That's a scary looking mRNA. Okay, but yes, so in theory, mRNA vaccines should be safer, right? Because you're not getting parts of the virus. You're getting some information that your body will make itself. Okay, that your body makes itself. Okay, and then for your body to recognize. Okay, and then presumably be prepared for the actual onslaught, the actual virus to come along. Okay, all right. Yeah, so in theory it's relatively safe, but of course can't say for sure, because of course we have to go through the trials. So that's why there are trials ongoing now where you can go and get tested and try it out. And of course, if you get sick or anything, definitely let the nice people at the hospital and the labs know. And yeah, just take it from there. Okay, so the different vaccines out at the moment have different are all different types of the vaccines. So I think China's one is from parts of the subunits of the COVID virus. Yeah, whereas these other Western ones, the Pfizer and the Moderna one, are mRNA ones, if I'm mistaken. Okay, so yeah, it's novel. Give it some time, but hopefully they should generate nice antibodies for you. Okay, just like the flu vaccine. So they've gone through, like I mentioned, it's is it safe, you ask? They've gone through, phase 1 and 2 and 3, you know. So, you know, most of those creatures came out alive, I imagine. So there were these trials did two things. So one, they determined that the vaccine works, okay, and then it doesn't cause like side effects, okay. So now the question is, obviously these are done in small sample sizes. So now you need lots and lots of people to start taking it. Right? You need lots and lots of people, lots of them. Okay, because only then can you start to see effects, significant effects, right? Right? Lots and lots of people, everywhere, people everywhere. All right. So I'm gonna stop drawing people now, or I don't know, weird looking things. Okay, so yeah, let me know if you guys have any more questions. I'll leave it at that now. This is a very brief summary, and I'm a little bit spent because today has been an interesting day. Interesting day. Yeah. So hopefully I get my car, my bike, and all that back in action soon. Um, but yeah, let me know if you have any other questions, anything you want me to go to attempt to research and you know draw in a non-terrible non-terrible way. Okay. In the meantime, I'll just keep doodling. Doodling. Oh god, what am I drawing? Okay, so yeah. In the meantime, stay safe. Have a great weekend, and yes, I guess I will catch you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow Sunday. Okay. Have a great weekend, guys. And have a good evening. All right, Sam out.